My name is Joe, and this is 105 Days Later. Oh, wait, I fucked it up. My name is Joe, and I'm an alcoholic, and an addict, and a sometimes guitar player. But this is going to sound like shit, because the chair I'm on is kind of broken. It's like, right now, I think my guardian angel is holding it up and stopping me from just fucking crashing onto the floor. The guitar, I haven't played this thing in a few years. So it's story time tonight. Who or what is ElectraOmega? Now, most of you know me by the name ElectraOmega. Back in 2007, when YouTube became a thing, I needed a username. And I had this guitar that was given to me by God. That's the story. We're going to have story time tonight. How did God give you a guitar, Joe? Well, I worked for a church. I was a volunteer at a church, and then I worked there. Worked my way up the ladder. Never quite made it to the top, but before I quit. But I went in one Monday morning, all chipper and spry and happy. And I'm about to dip my fingers into the holy water font. You know, you do that, you bless yourself with the holy water. Holy water is what is called a sacramental. It's not a sacrament, it's a sacramental. And basically what holy water is the prayer is put into the water. And you sprinkle it around. You sprinkle that prayer around. That's why when you see in those bad exorcism movies, when someone who's possessed is sprinkled with holy water, they have a bad reaction because it's holy and the demon inside of them sure isn't. And it has a bad reaction. That's actually true. That's actually a true thing. But it's not like a good luck charm. It doesn't work like, it's not a four-leaf clover. You have to have faith. So I'm about to dip my finger in the holy water fountain, and this fucking thing is a sludge nasty, like a fucking Swamp Thing. I'm waiting for Swamp Thing to pop out and fight a giant-sized man thing. So I looked at them, and now you got to remember, on Sunday, you got about 6,000 people go to the church. Oh, maybe 5,000. And they're all dipping their nasty fingers in there, and no one cleaned it out. So, out loud, I literally said, Lord, I'm going to clean these out and make them nice and sparkling clean just because I love you and I don't want nothing in return. That's what I said. I literally said that out loud, talking to me and the Lord. And the Lord's all the way up in the front in the tabernacle. If you don't know what a tabernacle is, leave a comment below and I'll explain that too. So I cleaned them all out, scrubbed them all up, put fresh holy water in. 20 minutes later, I'm hanging out with the music director, who happened to be a dude that was my age. Really cool. So we had all the same musical tastes. Like, we'd hang out in his office. We'd watch awesome Randy Rhoads live videos before YouTube pulled them all. And as we're watching these videos, I'm like, oh, man, I miss having a guitar to play. So he goes, I thought you had a guitar. I thought so-and-so gave you her son's guitar. I said, yeah, but it's not a real guitar. It's one of those like $100 first act things. So you could only play so much. You need, you want to drive in a race. You don't take dad's old Studebaker. So he just goes, oh, you know what? Opens up the closet in his office. Pulls out the case that you'll see a picture of. Pulls this out and he goes, here you go. I said, what? He goes, yep, it's yours. I'm saving up for an Ernie Ball. Just take this one. And this, I'm going to show you. Let me. Not breaking anything. Beautiful. It's not a Les Paul. Look at the headstock. What does that name say? Let me see if I can get that shine out of there. ElectraOmega. That's where the name ElectraOmega came from. All right. Electra was a Japanese company. In the early... Son of a bitch. Electra... It's been a fucking day. It's been a day. I've already gone to the 5 minutes. Let's take a break. What could be inside this? Look. Yeah. I wrote that about 10 years ago. The last time I was torn to pieces. At that time I was left homeless. Oh. I guess you can kind of say technically I'm kind of homeless again. But in a technological kind of way? Yeah. Butterfly. What could be inside of this? Let us see. It's off, really. Something special inside this mother lover. Get up. Get up. Get down. Ooh. I take this out very rarely. This has been in the closet. Oh. Mama. No. It looks like a Gibson Les Paul, but it's not. It's actually better. Does that say ElectraOmega? I think it's story time. And we're back. Electra was a Japanese company making Les Paul copies and other kind of guitars in the early 70s. Gibson Les Pauls themselves at the time were pretty shitty. The Japanese, as they're often wont to do, were out-Americans the Americans. So these Les Paul copies at the time were better than actual Les Pauls. And eventually Gibson was like, ooh, that's not a good idea. And they sued them. So Electra was forced to change the headstock to a weird wavy headstock. But this, as you can notice, is a Les Paul headstock. This is pre-lawsuit. There's no model number on this. So I think this may be a prototype or something. I don't know. But it's a beautiful fucking guitar. And I don't know why I wanted to tell the story about it tonight. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't running out of ideas. Today started off like, yeah, it's Sunday. God, this is great. I'm so full of joy. I don't even care that tomorrow's work. And I had so many, you know what it is? It's frustration. There are so many things I wanted to do. And I allowed myself to get sidetracked and barely dipped my toe into the pool of shit that I wanted to get done. So that, of course, brings on, discontent. And discontent brings on frustration. Frustration brings on anger. And anger leads to the dark side. And I end up, killing all the Jedi. Executive Order 66. It's not a good thing. But no, I didn't get that way. The old me would have been a little bitch. A big little bitch. But, new me is like, look, I spent an hour in prayer before I did this. So I was like, well, let me tell the story about my guitar. So this is the guitar God gave me. Now you can say, well, no, God didn't give it to you. That guy gave it to you. Yeah, but God works through people. So I said, God, I'm going to clean these just for you. I don't want nothing. And God's like, you know what? I think I'm going to give you a sweet ass guitar. Just even though you don't want nothing, I'm going to give you something that you'll always love. And then, eventually, 2009, 2010, I'm kind of homeless till I moved into this place. I was homeless technically for a day or two. But even though you're uncertain, you don't know what the fuck where your future lies. And then God just puts things into place. And I ended up here, and I'm sitting in the living room at night just heartbroken with this crazy dog as tall as me and a man who you may hear screaming every now and then. He's got cerebral palsy. So you hear, ah! Or, you get used to it, even though it's something hard to get used to. And YouTube was kind of new at the time. So to pay, I had no money for cable. There was no cable. I don't know. There was no antenna channels. There was nothing. So I was on YouTube. And YouTube's like, hey, you need a username. And I'm like, oh, I know, ElectraOmega. And that's how I became known as ElectraOmega on YouTube and other various social media bullshit that's so unnecessary in our lives. Doesn't bring us together, splits us apart. So, other than that, it was a beautiful day. My 2 days to eat, I made nothing extravagant, but I had bacon tonight, so you can kind of say, but you had bacon. Bacon's the food of kings. Of course it is. But with all this discontent, here's the point. With all the discontent, with all the not getting shit done, with all the frustration, there's things I want to be able to do musically that I can't do yet because I can't figure out some of this fucking software. And it frustrates me because I want shit and I want it now. I hate the learning process. It's tedious. I got a big dinosaur brain. So it's slower for me than it is for other people. But I remained sober. There was no, I'm throwing my hands up in the air and I'm getting a bottle of tequila and I'm just going to have a fucking ball, because that's not having a ball. That's sliding so far backwards into a pit of bullshit. So maybe that's the little lesson for today. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to go from feeling like you're on top of the world, on top of the mountain, to 2 minutes later, you fell down the fucking mountain head over heels. And now a word from our sponsors. May fast Monday to Friday, but I'm going to have a little bacon tonight. Sunday, September 12th, 2021. This is 105 days later. I'm going to bring up a couple of comments that Brother Ed left on my YouTube videos that YouTube, for some reason, refuses to show us. But I saw them because they get emailed to me. Ed, this is your segment of the show. Let's see. This is about 104 days later. Great homework and love the motherfucker song and right on. Fantastic lyrics. There are no coincidences. That music popped up for an obvious reason. Awesome how things like that happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of my favorite comments, and YouTube is like, no, you can't have it. Okay? And I'm going crazy like, I have an email, and I'm thinking, did Ed delete this? No, Ed wouldn't delete that. And I'm thinking maybe YouTube, even though he didn't spell motherfucker, even like the song, he didn't spell it like that. I think YouTube got bitchy about it. Don't get bitchy about comments in my videos, YouTube. Calm your ass down. Let people say what they want to say. They want to call me fuckface. Let them call me fuckface. I'll say thank you and God bless you for stopping by to watch my video and comment and call me fuckface. Hoover, if you call me fuckface, I'm going to kick your ass. So then Ed sends another comment because he notices it ain't there. And he goes, so weird, man. Oh, wait, this isn't it. Where'd the other one go? Fucking YouTube. No, go back over here. Train wreck. Here we go. No. Oh, Lord, give me patience, man. Yeah, here we go. I could have sworn I left a comment here already, but it seems YouTube deleted or made it inaccessible. Anyway, motherfucker, haha, great song, bro. And awesome how that song found you. Not a coincidence, but a message if you ask me. I agree with you, Brother Ed, 110%. It's not even a number, but we're going to make believe. And this comment didn't make it either, but it gets emailed to me. So I'm going to put these up. And I'm keeping it short tonight because I'm exhausted. I'm a little disappointed. Tomorrow's work. It's going to be a full week of work during peak season. But usually on Mondays, like I get out of bed like on a rocket. And the whole day I'm like Mr. fucking enthusiasm. And, you work all day and then you get 2 hours at night to do nothing before you pass out. And you'll have all these things. By the time I get off of work, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to make this. And then you by the time you're done with work, you're like, oh, I just want to go to bed. Such is the lot of man in life. So I'll work my ass off all week. I'll find enough time to make these videos at night and post them and edit them. While they're processing in YouTube, I'm doing the thumbnails. I do a thumbnail for the video. I do a thumbnail for Instagram. And that's what I'll do. And I'll get to Friday night with all of my, as my mother would say, delusions of grandeur, kid. And I'll have all these plans for Friday night, and then I'll be exhausted. And I'll have all these plans. But it's funny, I used to never be exhausted to fucking drink. I had the energy to keep doing that. And then Saturday will come, and I'll catch up on sleep that I didn't get through the week. And then Sunday, I'll be like, I got the whole day. And it'll go up my ass the whole day. Went up my ass the whole fucking day. Went up my ass. Where did the fucking day go? And that's where I am right now, trying to figure out how the day went up my ass at 10:55 fucking p.m. on Sunday night, September 12th. And with that, this has been 105 days later. But we shall persevere. Let me break down the origin of the Latin for persevere. It's two Latin words put together. Perseverare, through suffering. That's what it means. Did you know the word pandemonium? You know what that means? We always think pandemonium means, just crazy shit happening. It's two words. Pan, all the, and demonium, demons, all the demons. A lot of people have fucking pandemonium in their life, literal and not so literal. But, all right, everyone. I hope you like this video. It kind of went nowhere. I'm literally using my legs to keep this. You see, look at the chair in the back of the chair. It's like it's like the Titanic about to go. I'm literally using both legs to keep it from crashing. So I couldn't play anything on the guitar. That's sweet. I haven't played this thing in a couple of years, so I'm rusty on it. God, give me grace. There's your little prayer. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, I love you. Save souls. God, give me grace. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Come what may, it's a beautiful day. Lord, may what come today be butterflies and rainbows and love. But if it's hornets, hail, and heartbreak, give me the grace to deal with the hornets, the hail, and the heartbreak. Amen. God bless us all, everyone. I'm sure the microphone is doing that fucking thing because it's 6 minutes. Good night, everyone. Only by the grace of God. Oh, you can't see that. This has been 105 days later.